Welcome back to I Hate That Shit, podcast by hating shit and loving life. Bonnie's not angry this time.
No, I'm not.
She finally listened to the warning.
Ha! Finally. What's going on, folks? Hope this finds you well. I'm feeling pretty good today. I just got back from a vacation, so you know I'm feeling pretty good. I've been nice, huh, Liz?
Yeah.
Hey, what are we gonna do today?
We are talking about being alone.
Being alone. I could use some alone time
No,
now
not
after
like-
the damn vacation with the kids.
I feel like there's always a negative connotation with the phrase being alone.
I agree with that.
But is it really negative?
Nope.
Not all the time.
No.
Sometimes.
What? When? When is it bad?
Can we talk about the elderly people all alone?
Oh, yeah,
I
that-
think
yeah.
that's sad.
That is sad. I agree with that too.
But
I agree.
going out for lunch and
Yeah.
by yourself is not being alone.
No, it's not. I agree with that.
Leaving the house or
Yeah.
leaving the office, because sometimes you can't take your coworkers anymore.
No.
You can't take your kids anymore.
No.
You need a break.
Your significant other or no one. You need
Yeah.
to be alone. I agree with that.
Or
And
you need to
sometimes
just
by
stop
yourself.
looking at the walls in your home. You're like, I want a different
Yeah,
view.
I need a different view. A different change of scenery is always a good thing. I just had a great one. Do I look good? Am I on camera?
Yeah.
All right, better make sure. I don't trust her, you guys. You know how she is with me. Anyway, yeah, okay. So I have 6 things to talk about with being someone who
It's comfortable being
Is
alone
comfortable
by themselves.
being by themselves. I am 100%. I know
Same.
you are too.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
love
I
it.
think if you do that, I think you learn a lot about yourself. Whether it be like, here are the 6 things they say to do by yourself.
Okay.
Number 1, go on a trip.
Yes.
100% agree with that. Even
It
if it's
does-
a weekend trip.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't even have to be far away.
No. Do it. Stay in a hotel, Airbnb, hostel, whatever you want to stay in. You know, go and
By
do
yourself.
that by yourself.
Don't go stay with a friend.
Nope. Nuh-uh. That's because that's comfort.
Yeah.
Go and do it. See if you can be uncomfortable with yourself to get comfortable with yourself. You
Yeah.
know? I think
You
everyone
learn-
should do that.
What you're capable.
You really do.
You learn things about yourself that you didn't
Yeah,
know.
I agree.
Like you learn that, like, okay, I can figure my way out if I get
It
lost.
doesn't matter if I'm by myself or not. I agree. I think a lot of people, it's just like when we moved, I knew this lady who had never been out of the state of New Mexico, and she was 40, in her 40s. How?
I know a lot of
She did
people-
say she was afraid.
I know a lot of
she
people
was-
that are like that, though, that have never left their state.
I don't get that.
I don't get it,
I don't either. That
but
just
I
seems
do
too
know
weird to me.
people who
You know?
haven't.
Because then maybe you have to go by yourself because everyone else is busy, or you just can't get the logistics of traveling with other people together or whatever, and you still want to go, then you should still go.
Yeah.
You should still go. Peace out, people. See ya in a couple days, a week, whatever it may be. Go. And even if you can, go far away. Go far
I feel like
away.
if you're scared to travel, you should start with something
Small.
small.
I
Like do a
agree.
day trip,
Right.
a couple towns over.
Yeah. Well, that leads me into, if you do a day trip, go hiking. Not me personally. That's not my thing. But
If that's
one of
your
the
thing,
things.
yes.
If
But
it's your thing, yes. If your thing is,
I mean, I've gone hiking by myself
so
But-
have I when I was younger.
in
I don't do
strange
that shit
places
now.
that I had no clue where I was. or
Oh,
what I was.
that's scary.
I mean, it was like national
Ooh.
parks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't. I didn't just pull over to the side of the road and start walking
Like
through
that.
the woods.
Like the hills have eyes.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. But like they were trails,
Right.
They were legit trails.
Look how many people
but-
die and get lost on those trails, though, man. That's the one thing. If you do go on a hike, just be safe about it. Make sure you have a phone and you have water.
And you actually answer the phone.
Yeah.
Unlike that person who
Yeah.
never answered the calls because it was an unknown number.
Ridiculous.
They ended up being okay. It
But
was just-
still, Answer the phone, especially if you know,
I
and
understand
tell
that.
someone where you go.
Always tell people.
Always. Because if you don't show up in a couple days, people are like, I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a week. She said she was going, la, la, la. No.
So what they usually
people
do is
know.
disappear. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
Exactly.
If they're not back in a month, maybe go look for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
By then a bear ate you.
Yeah. And another thing to do too is go see a movie by yourself. I personally don't go to the movie theater. I think people are rude. It's too much. And I can watch everything I want on my
Well,
TV
I feel like
at home.
at this point there aren't that many people at the movie theater.
Really?
So you might be okay.
I don't know.
Unless it's one of the big.
Black Panther was the last one I saw.
Yeah.
That was, when was that? 18?
That was a while
So,
ago.
that's it. And I went to the dollar
But
show.
like
so-
more recently, I would say like Barbie and Oppenheimer
Nope.
and all that. Those were the
Nuh-uh.
big ones. But
Mm,
outside of that, it's
yeah.
not that many people
Going
going
to a movie is
anymore.
fine. Yeah.
I
Young
love it though.
popcorn,
I
yeah.
love the theater. I love the movie theater. I love the experience. I always have. I mean, I can see you not liking it, but that's.
I mean, my girlfriend Cynthia did say that they do the chairs now recline.
Some of them do.
See,
Yeah.
now I could get into that, but I can't smoke
And
pot
they're,
there
like,
yet,
big
though.
old-
See, until I can actually physically sit there, smoke a joint, watch a show, drink a margarita, then I'm not interested. I'm not going to spend that kind
There's
of
some
money to
you
go
can
see
drink
a
a
movie.
margarita in.
What?
There's some you can drink.
There
a
is
margarita.
some, but we're still, the main issue is marijuana. So until
I
that
don't-
happens,
I can go an hour and a half without.
that's not the point.
But it's like I can go. I just like to go sit down with a fresh movie theater popcorn, like a Coke or something, some
Right.
kind of Coke,
Yeah.
and then
Watch a movie. Get into it.
watch a movie on the big screen.
And you don't have to talk to anybody when
And
you do it by yourself.
Yeah, and it's all dark, dark theater. There's nobody whispering in your ear.
No. It's like, this is good. I get that. I like that too, but nah. Going to the movie is not for me. But another one too, go out to eat by yourself.
And sit at a table.
And sit at a table, not the bar. I've done that. I know you've done that.
Yeah.
I think it might be easier for people who've been in the industry, in the restaurant industry. I think it's easier for us to know, like, because we don't care. I mean, some people won't
Some
go
do.
eat by themselves.
Some
I
do.
don't understand that.
Some are like, I hate it one top. It's the most ridiculous. Go sit at the bar. I'm
No.
like, I don't want to sit at the bar all the
No, I
time.
want to be comfortable.
Just because
yeah,
you go out by yourself doesn't mean you should be
entertained at the bar.
forbidden
Yeah,
from
from
being
sitting.
able to sit at a table.
I agree.
Like you don't always want to sit at the bar. 'Cause
No.
you sit at the bar, 9 times out of 10, someone's gonna talk to you.
Exactly.
Especially if it's a full bar.
Exactly.
And you don't always want to be talked to.
No.
Like sometimes you just want silence.
Silence, or read a book. It could be with your own thoughts, like we said earlier.
Yeah, or watch.
I
You know,
mean-
like some people, I've had people put like a show on their phone or a tablet,
Yeah.
and they'll watch it while they're sitting.
While they're eating.
While
Yeah,
they're
that
eating,
sounds like a
some are
good
reading a
day,
book.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Sounds like a
And
good
you
day.
relax.
You really do
sit-
relax too.
Being at a table is like being in your own space,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
You're
mhm.
not sharing it.
Nope.
You don't have somebody right here and somebody right here, and you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And the bartender's not trying to make conversation
Right.
to get your tips.
Right.
Because the server will read the situation and say
Right.
they want to be left alone.
Exactly.
I'll leave them alone. And I'll
Exactly.
just drop by and be like,
Yeah. You good? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Exactly. And that's it.
Yeah, and that's all.
People think it's
Sometimes
weird,
that's
some
all you
people.
want. It's like,
Yeah.
some people do,
That's
especially now. They'll they've started filming people. Like, look at this
It's
sad person.
weird.
I want to go join them, and it's like, they
No.
don't ask you to join them.
Exactly.
Don't fucking
You don't
join
know.
them.
Yeah, you have no idea what they're doing. You don't know.
Just because somebody's eating alone doesn't mean that they're alone.
They want to eat a hot meal by themselves.
Or like if they're at the mall shopping, doing. I mean,
Yeah,
the
does that make
holidays
a
are coming
difference?
up.
Exactly.
You got the holiday people are out shopping and
By themselves.
yeah,
Exactly.
trying
So
to buy presents for everybody,
I know.
and they want to stop. They
People-
don't want to
that
go
one's weird
home
for
and
people.
cook and then come back
Nope.
out. And just stop by the food court or some restaurant near
Get
whatever
something to eat.
shops you're at, and you get something to eat, and you just stop for a minute, sit down, collect yourself, question your life decisions for spending that much money.
That's the truth on that, man, for sure.
That's why they look sad. They're thinking about all the money they just spent on other people.
But it's true. You should go out and do those things. I think you really learn a lot about yourself if you can put yourself in those situations. It's because, I think the reason why people don't like to do a lot of things by themselves is because they're afraid of what other people will think of them. That's the problem. They're like, oh, they're going to think I'm weird or I'm a nerd. Oh, who cares? Who cares what they think?
One of
if
the
you
biggest
go
things
eat.
That's hard for people to realize, myself included, and probably you too, is that no one gives a shit
about you. No
one cares about you.
Nope.
I know Bonnie doesn't hear that a lot.
No.
But nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares.
No one
you
cares.
can live your life. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Unless you're
and I don't care that nobody cares.
On theirs.
Right.
They don't give a shit.
No one cares. I don't care if you eat by yourself. It doesn't, those kind of thoughts don't enter my mind because because like you said, I don't care. I don't care. If you want to eat alone, as long as you leave me that tip, we're golden. Yeah. Have at it. You want to stay there all afternoon and I'm not busy, good for you. Yeah. I don't care. All right, how about this one? This one's another thing along those lines too. Enjoy a spa day to yourself. My girlfriend Cynthia does it all the time. She goes and she takes care of herself like that. Massages, facials, all by herself. She don't, and then she'll come over and she's all glowing. I was like, oh, what? What about me? You didn't take my ass, like, About you? It wasn't about me.
Exactly. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Exactly. So you kind of like, I think you have to be comfortable with yourself to be able to do those things because at the end of the day, when you're sitting there at the spa or out to dinner or at a movie, people are so caught up in themselves, they might not even notice you. And even if they did, they're like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe you got an admirer saying, wow, look how brave that lady is. Flip the script, right?
Maybe
flip the script.
You inspire somebody else.
Exactly. Flip the script and say, wow, if she can do it, I could do it too. It's not that big a deal, you guys. It really isn't to spend time alone. It isn't. Here's the big one.
And those are those are little things.
Exactly.
For the most part.
Exactly.
Except depending on traveling, how far you travel and how long you go. Like I do travel alone a lot, and I've gone far away alone.
Yep.
For a long time alone. And I still, having done it myself, I still admire people who can do it.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem doing that. And sometimes it's easier if you do go by yourself too.
Yeah, because then you don't have to plan for
everybody else. Believe me, I just
or you have to sacrifice what you want to do for somebody else.
Them family trips are not easy.
Just any family trips, group, class trips.
Yep.
Friend trips.
It's hard
with your spouse or partner or whoever. Because you are going to have to sacrifice. You can be like, all right, well, since we did what I wanted to yesterday.
Now it's your turn. That's so true. How about this is the big one. I did this in my 20s also. Live alone.
Yeah.
That's
a big one.
It's one of the 6 things that people should do by themselves.
I agree with that, but with prices, housing prices, and rent prices.
Yeah, it's different now.
Days, it's a little bit harder.
It's a little bit harder, and that's sad too, man.
I live alone.
It's really, really hard.
I have to bust my ass to be able to live alone.
Oof. That's rough, man.
But I love it.
Oh yeah, I would love it too.
You come and go as you please. You clean how you want. You don't have to be like, I'm not cleaning up after them.
Nope.
It's like, well, you are them. It's your mess.
Yeah, so if it's messed up, you're to blame.
Exactly.
And that's the way it should be. Then you don't feel like you're picking up after everybody else.
Yeah.
I lived alone, and I did it for I think 2-3 years. But then back then my rent was only $250 a month for a 1-bedroom, 1 bath across from a nice
anymore.
I know, nice from a park, across the street from a nice park, nice neighborhood. I can't even imagine. And living alone, didn't even think about it. It's like it was just something you did. You're working, You got your place, you got your car, you're trying to adult.
Yeah.
Now you can't live alone. It's really hard unless you
really
make buku
hard.
bucks. It's really, really hard.
Unless you make a lot of money or you bust your ass to do it.
It's so true, man. And that's the one thing that I think is missing from a lot of people's life, is realizing that struggle of living alone and not being able to rely on anyone but yourself.
Yeah.
And I think doing solo things, that's a big thing, is learning that, you know what, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I can do this. I got this. I think a lot of people misconstrue that by thinking that I can't live alone. I can't afford it. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's just like, once you get into it.
That's what I used to think.
Yeah, exactly. You don't think you can. And when you do, you're like, wow, why didn't I do
But
this
here's the thing.
sooner?
I put myself in a position where I have to make it work.
Right.
Like, it was a make or break.
Exactly. No other
situation.
alternative.
I either figure it out or I'm living in a car until the car breaks down, which it didn't take long for that car to break
happen
down.
Anyway. It's so true, though. And let's get this. 54% of people are solo travelers. 54%. But get out of those stats, though. 76% of people have either traveled alone or want to travel alone. And women travel 72% more solo than men. Isn't that wild? I'm not surprised at that, though. Because women are like, bitch, I'm leaving. See ya. I need to take a vacation by myself. Yeah. And I really believe that's because women, as we all know, we hold down everything. We do everything for the family, And
that's usually, I think,
sometimes it's hard to grasp that, though.
When guys travel without family or like wives, girlfriends, it's usually a guy's trip.
Right, exactly.
So he's like, we're taking a guy's trip.
Yeah.
We're gonna go do a guy's trip.
Yeah.
Just go. Just go by yourself.
Yeah. That's a big number. But this number is even bigger.
Do you think it's also sometimes because of what people want to do when they're traveling?
Yeah.
Like, most of the time when women travel by themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going most of the time.
Right.
Not all the time. Most of the time. They're not going out partying.
No.
Or at least not to the extent that they're getting.
Like if they were
in
their
a
20s.
Dangerous situation.
Exactly. I agree with that.
They're not drinking even in their 20s. Most of the time. It's like, okay, I have to be able to get back to my hotel room.
Right. Exactly.
I have to figure it.
That's
so you kind of calm down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Versus guys want to go out and they want to go wild. So they're like, all right, we're going out as a group.
We're getting wild
and we're
tonight.
Gonna turn it up. And we're
turn
not going to remember.
To 10, baby.
We're not going to remember what happened at the end of this.
How embarrassing. The next day when you're like, look, I did that.
Wake up like the Hangover.
I did that. I think that's why women do travel alone. They want the actual alone time. They want to be able to read all the books.
Experience the city.
The city by themselves, read all the books they want. I did see, okay, I'm going to say this. This saying I was telling two of my girlfriends this. We were talking about older women, and the older women who do like to travel by themselves are between the ages of 41 to 47 years old with an income.
That's not an older woman.
Well, it is to compare to your 20. Anyway, whatever. They have an income of $150,000. People who travel, those women who travel alone. Isn't that weird? 150,000.
Well, no, because they're more financially secure to do it.
And because they are more educated. They say most solo travelers are highly educated or have a degree, and they make more money. I mean, of course, that totally makes sense. If you're in your 20s with 3 babies at your heels, you ain't got shit.
You ain't going no fucking way.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't got money for damn diapers. I mean, you ain't traveling, that's for sure, and you ain't traveling by yourself, because who's gonna watch your 3 Rugrats? Exactly. So if you want to go, you're gonna have to take them too.
Hopefully their father, but
yeah, but you know how that goes.
We'll see how
we'll see how that goes. But I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so 41 years old to 47. I mean, I think that's about right. Baby boomers also. Baby boomers travel at a higher rate together than separately.
I was gonna say they tend to travel together.
Right. They travel more together than if you're in your 40s. Most people in their 40s travel by themselves. And I mean, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
plus a lot of those that are like in that demographic you said about the solo female travelers, a lot of times they also travel like for work.
Exactly.
But they'll throw in personal stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially if it's on the company's dime. Shit. That's easy. I could do that.
Yeah. I feel like that.
Go, boss?
I feel like that factors in too.
I agree.
Like they'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm traveling by myself." And it's like, but it's a work trip. Even though you're gonna do personal travel stuff while you're there,
you're still working.
It's not like you just packed up and took off.
Yeah. See ya. And then get this.
But then you also have. I'll let you continue that. But you also have now a lot of people doing remote work. And I always differentiate remote work from home is that work from home, you have to work at home. They're the ones that send you the big computer systems where you have to be there versus the ones where you can work on a laptop or your phone or something and you can literally work remotely from anywhere in the world. So it's easy to say, okay, well, my work's pretty much caught up, but I can go to this place and they have Wi-Fi so I can finish whatever little bit I gotta do and just make a meeting real quick and then I'm done and I can enjoy my vacation.
That's the life, man. There was some place that was some island that was offering a really good salary. I think it was starting at like $100,000 a year to actually go live there. They were going to give you a salary and you could work remotely. This is like at the start of the pandemic because that was the big thing then, right?
Yeah.
Everyone working from home.
There's a lot of places that are doing that. A lot of places that are losing. Man? They don't really have new residents move into the places. And then everybody that's there is kind of dying out.
Right. So what they do with that?
So they incentivize people to come move.
Exactly. That's just like that guy did that too.
I know there was like one place in like I want to say in Ireland or something.
That would make sense.
Where it was all you had to do was go live there and keep up the lighthouse or something.
I think that was Ireland. I heard about that too. Well, look what they were doing down in Italy. They were selling those houses for $5,000.
But it was probably for like what I just said. I was like, you're losing. The young people might be leaving for more opportunity.
Exactly.
And the older people are dying off.
Right.
So how do you keep running a town where nobody lives?
Exactly.
It's hard to go from a population of 500 to a population of 3.
Right.
And be able to function.
Right. They have to shutter everything. And here's a good stat too. We're just talking about baby boomers and millennials, but the Gen Zs, 20% of them don't mind traveling by themselves because they like going on guided tours. I can see that because if you have a tour guide, you're still in a group, but you're still by yourself. But it's not your group. Right. It's not your group.
It's a group of strangers.
Exactly.
That became really big a little bit before Gen Z. And then it was with like boomers.
Right.
You would always see like they would be like the group trip to Rome or something.
Right.
You know, and it would just be stereotypically a lot of older people.
Right.
Fine. But now they started making it cool with like apps and stuff. There was like some app that you would sign up for and you would pick like where you wanted to go and then you would just meet people up.
That's cool.
And they would have like all the big YouTubers.
And you could go meet all these people. How much is something like that?
I don't know.
Huh.
It depended on what trip you got. So you could do solo trips, you could do group trips, but you would go, essentially it was
a guided tour.
The tour ones,
right,
where you would pay, and they would be like, okay, I want to go see this part of
like an
England
expedition,
and Scotland,
right,
or I want to go to London and Paris, or I want to go to Italy and Spain or France. Right. Like, you do whatever. They would have little spots, and depending on which one you got.
Now, with the Gen Z, like 20% of them,
it's essentially like a cruise, but you're not on.
I was just gonna say that because I love cruises, because you get those excursion trips. But the thing about the Gen Z is they're doing it, taking solo trips which became a thing, the gap year after high school.
Well, the gap year has always been there. It
wasn't never called that when I was in school.
No, it just wasn't in the U.S.
Yeah.
They've had gap years was always big in like
over in Europe?
Other countries, especially in Europe.
I had never heard of it before.
It wasn't a thing at all in the United States. In the U.S., you take your ass straight to college.
Yes, you did.
I don't care if you know what you want to do with your life or not. You go waste our money and get in college.
It's so true, man.
And now they started realizing the millennials and Gen Xers that are paying the student loan fees are like, well, I'm still paying for mine. Maybe we can like let you off the hook a little bit. Why don't you take a year and make sure you want it?
Exactly, 100% agree.
Save some of your own damn money for college.
Yeah, and I think that's the number one motivator too. Is solo tripping is for or whatever, solo whatever. But mostly right now, since we're talking about traveling, it's for me. If I was to travel by myself, the number one thing for me would be relaxation. 100% unwinding, just being in my own thoughts, being with myself, not having to take care of someone else, not having to do for somebody else. Or, that to me would be an ideal trip. And it definitely involves
So you just want to go sit on a beach somewhere.
Oh yeah, a beach. Oh yeah, and have a massage right there on the beach. Why didn't I do that last week?
With a joint in your hand?
Damn it.
You could have done
I was on the beach last week, you guys. Dang it. I should have done that. Have Sven come and give me a massage on the beach. That would have been perfect. That would have been nice.
Just stay in a resort and do it.
Oh yeah. That sounds so good, doesn't it? I do. I think that would be me. Solo traveling would 100% be all about me.
Well,
and no phone.
That's the point of solo travel.
Exactly.
Is that it's about you.
All about me. No phones, no tour companies, just me and Sven on the beach. That's right. Give me a massage. Baby, it doesn't mean I don't love you, baby. You know what I'm talking about. But you would be okay with that, huh, Rocco?
Rocco wouldn't give a shit.
He don't care. He's like, peace out. See ya. I'll be here when you get back, babe. Seriously. I mean, see, for me, taking a vacation like that by myself, it's not about hiking. It ain't about going to the movies. Sometimes it ain't even about sightseeing. I don't care.
And that's but that's the best part about solo travel is you get to do what makes you happy. So while somebody else might love hiking and outdoor activities and stuff, they would go somewhere where that's prevalent.
Exactly.
And they would do that without being held back by, say, Bonnie, who wants to sit on the beach and get a massage, right? It's the happiest, perfect thing. Like, you go to your beach and get a massage, and then your friend goes to a mountain and goes hiking, and camping.
Bye.
While you're at the resort.
Yeah,
like that's the best part of solo travel is that you answer to yourself, so you get to decide: do I want something where I'm gonna be on the beach, or do I want to go explore? Do I want to experience a different culture? Like, what do I want to do on this trip? What do I want to experience?
Not and a damn thing.
You can fulfill that
exactly
within your planning and where you go and what you do.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about somebody else.
Right. You don't
messing
on a time
up
schedule.
Your plans.
Hurry up. Let's go. sometimes
like your massage should be over in 2 minutes, and then we're going kayaking out in the ocean.
It's like, no,
fuck, we're not.
No, we're not.
We could have gone kayaking before the massage, but we ain't going after the massage because I'm done once the massage
you go ahead.
Over.
Have a good time. That's why I think, for me, it definitely is about relaxation and unwinding. I mean, I think that the world is always so damn busy. It feels like I guess maybe because I'm not that person, I don't care what other people think or say about me, but I think a lot of people feel like, and it's not about keeping up with the Joneses, but I think people equate if they're busy in their life, then that makes them look good in other people's eyes, I guess. I don't know. You know, like, oh, you're working 2 jobs? Oh, that's good. Like, ask me, are you working?
I feel like that's...
I'm good with it, too.
That's the American culture.
It is. It's just like why?
That you're told to, like...
Work hard.
Work hard and you get what you want. And
that ain't true, though, people.
It ain't true. You don't get what you want.
No, you don't.
You get what you need.
Exactly.
But you don't get what you want.
No. Rolling Stone said it best. It's true, but, and I think a lot of people do that. It's
going to, like, look at all these great Americans with 2 jobs. Like, that's not
a
bragging point.
It's not.
That people in your country have to work 2 jobs to exist in them.
I agree.
Or 3 jobs or 4 jobs. That's not.
No, it's not what it's about. I agree. And I think a lot of people are like that,
but you go to other countries and they don't.
They don't.
A lot of other countries.
They have siestas.
They have siestas. Yeah. They have, like, don't you fucking text me after I get off work. Like, there are a lot of people who went to work. They ended up, I think it was in France or something. I was going to say France, yeah. And somebody texted a coworker outside of business hours, and it got reported to HR. And they got pulled in the office. They're like, you do not talk. You don't talk.
Work is over.
You don't ever.
Work is over.
Text, email, anything about business outside of
work. I agree with that.
You work 40 hours a week.
And a lot of them working. Where is it? In Sweden or over there in Europe? Anyway, they're working on those 4-day work weeks.
That's what they're switching to.
They're gonna try to do that here too, which I think it would be good.
They have like 1 or 2 months of vacation, depending on which country you go to.
Americans do not take vacations.
They don't. But I mean, even if you have like a 7 days paid time, or you have like 7 vacation days, 14. Where the fuck are you going for a week?
I know.
To really enjoy and relax.
Because you got 2 days of travel in those days.
Years worth of work.
There and back. Right.
Where are you going? But if you got a month,
right,
you get to go.
A nice sabbatical.
Get back, relax, recharge.
Exactly. A sabbatical is always a good thing.
You can take 2 weeks here and 2 weeks there.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but the Americans do not take vacations, and I think that has
vacations are
slow down, people.
I think, and this is, I think that programming is Gen Z and whatever the new one's called, like what are they, Gen A or Alphas or whatever?
The Alphas?
Is that what they're called?
Well, that's
the new one after Gen Z
is Alphas.
Okay, so a lot of people hate on Gen Z and them because they're like, why can't I take a vacation?
Exactly. And why? They're right.
Why is my boss texting me on my day off? Like, why are they texting me while I'm on vacation?
Exactly.
Why are they emailing me about work while I'm on vacation?
Like, no, dude, no.
And then older generations like, no, you need to be
answer
thankful
it.
you have a job.
No.
It's like, no. I think the American U.S. culture has been beaten so far into us that we, like, you work.
And you die.
You go to work. You make your kids breakfast. You go to work. You tuck them into bed.
Yep.
And you go to bed and you repeat the next day.
Yeah. Fuck
it's
that
like,
shit.
What kind of fucking life is that? And then these new kids are coming up and they're like, I just want to be able to enjoy my life.
Right.
Like, you work.
You should take time off.
You work to live. You don't live to work.
Exactly. It's so true. But then I think that's where they do get a bad rap with that shit too.
Don't get vacations.
No.
Or it's frowned upon to get a vacation. And they're like, why can't I take my vacation days?
Yeah.
Why can't I take my vacation days?
Yeah.
because you're just not supposed to.
It's
like how many paid days do I have? How many PTO days do I have? Why?
Right.
Because I want to know, how many do I have? Like 6. Why? Oh, well, I'm gonna take the next 6 days.
Yeah. No, that's
as far out as possible.
Unacceptable to bosses.
In like 2 months, I'm gonna take those 6 days off. Like, no. You can't. You have to get it approved. Like, well, you approved that I have the days. I'm gonna take them.
Exactly. You know, that's the thing, and I think that is why they get a bad rap. And I mean, if you want to know about lazy, I'm lazy. I love being lazy. And but you've seen now Lazy Boy has a commercial about take back the laziness. I was like, yes. But anyway,
now you want to go buy a Lazy Boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a Lazy Boy. No, I like my couch, but I think that they get a bad rap over that because they don't want to spend all their time working. Who I don't.
No, they want to enjoy their life.
I want to enjoy my life. I only have one life to live, and I'm going to live it. And it doesn't always have to be about chasing that all-American dollar. It doesn't, like they say, oh, well, yeah, you're entitled to 2 weeks vacation, but you never got the time. And then at the end of the year, they're like, use it or lose it. But you can't just write me a check because I've been busy all year. No. So just give me that check for my 2 weeks vacation. That's what most people would prefer. I'm sure, and especially because it's right around Christmas time too. Yeah, if I can't take a vacation,
if you're gonna wait till the last week to say you got 2 weeks, like,
and you can't roll it over,
and you can't roll it over, and you can't take it off unless you have 2 weeks notice.
Oh, that's stupid.
You're like, dude, so I can't take it.
Can't take it.
So I just lose it.
Yeah,
because you hid it from me the whole time.
Exactly.
Like,
that's some bullshit with that. That's some. That's bullshit. You guys hear that? It's pretty cool, huh?
Not really. You gotta hold it to the mic.
Attention, the bullshit meter has detected major BS. Confirmed. That's definitely some bullshit.
Some bullshit. Did you hear it?
Yes.
All right, good.
Perfectly clear.
Okay, good. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I think people should do things by themselves, and I think that this world would be, especially in America, would be better if people did just slow down and not think because I'm working 3 or 4 jobs. And you know what? Maybe some of that is a fallacy too, working 3, 4 jobs. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm saying that why is the reason? Is it because you have to feel like, I mean, not outside of prices, gas, and blah, blah, all that shit. Why is it that people feel like they have to do that? Is it actually because they want a bigger house, more cars, this or that?
I think sometimes
has a little bit of it.
Sometimes if you want something bigger, you'll bust your ass for a while to get it.
Yeah, you're like, you're doing that.
Yeah. You're like, all right, I want a house. And if I work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever, and I just bust my ass for a year, I'll have a really good down payment, and I'll be set up for it, and because it's not just the cost of the house and the down payment that you're paying for. You got all the other fees and all this other shit.
It's a lot,
and you're like, okay, I can take care of it. I'll be in a really good spot, and I can buy this house.
I can buy it.
So you set a goal, or you're like, I want to go on a vacation, or I want to do this, like a big vacation, like I want to take a month off and go to Europe or something. And so you're like, all right, let me just grind really hard for a little bit, and then I'm done. I'll be ahead enough to be able to take this month-long vacation.
That would be so nice. Well, I've been on vacation since April, so I can't
but then that's the one side of it. The other side is like you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you, even with 3 jobs,
you still can't make it,
and you still can't get ahead.
Ugh. That's so. See, now that sucks. That is.
You're
really
working
terrible.
like 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
Barely see your kids.
Yeah. Wait from your family.
If you see them.
For what? That's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
Just to provide for them.
Just to provide a roof and some food in their mouth.
Yeah.
And that's barely getting even by.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's people need to prioritize shit different. But before we go, I do want to say this. Even if you enjoy being around people a lot of the time, because I do.
Yeah.
But everyone needs time alone. Everyone, every once in a while. I mean, whether it's like just a weekend trip or whatever, but knowing that you can do that, knowing that you need time by yourself, I think that lights a fire underneath you. Like you say, like, I'm gonna bust my ass so I can take this solo trip, so I can go be by myself, so I can have these thoughts to myself. You can spend time by yourself and be okay. It's really okay.
And if you're scared to do it, take baby steps, and you'll eventually
like go to the movie or
you'll
go out to
prove yourself
eat.
wrong that you can't do it.
I agree with that.
And you're
too.
like, I can't do it. Like you can. You just take baby steps.
Prioritize yourself. That's the thing.
And you'll get through it. And then you'll start to love it. You'll be like, this is...
Even though some people might think it's odd that people do things by themselves, I am not one of them.
The ones who do are typically the ones that are too scared to do it by themselves.
100% agree with that. And why? Why is that? I mean, that's what I don't understand. There's called self-care, I guess, is the big word they use these days. Self-care, take care of yourself first. Well, it's just like when you're on a plane. They say put the mask over you first before you help your child.
That's
right? Take care of yourself first before you take care of somebody else. Because if you don't put the oxygen mask on yourself first, you're going to pass out and then the baby ain't going to get shit. So you take care of yourself, put your mask on, and then take care of the baby. That's what they say on the planes.
That's what they say. Yeah. And we know what they say on the planes, buddy.
You know what I mean, though.
Self-care is more the massage.
Well... I don't know about that. I don't know. I would be plenty of self-care with just a massage on the beach. That's all, but that's all you need. That's time. It's just something real little like that. That sometimes that's all you need. You just need to be able to say, just to be able to take that breath to breathe with no one around, and you can fart as loud as you want. You get seriously, right, people?
Bonnie, I feel like you fart as loud as you want to anyway.
Yeah, because I don't care what anybody thinks of my ass. Do not care. And you guys shouldn't care either. Because are they paying your bills? No. Do they love you? No. You know?
And on that note, just live your life and be happy.
I agree.
Do what makes you happy as long as you're not hurting people.
Yes. Yes.
And while you're doing that, you can check us out on Instagram.
And what else?
I hate that shit.
What
official.
Else? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's all you got to say?
Yeah.
That's all?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, I feel really naked without my headphones, but tell me what you guys think on YouTube.
That's why she's wearing the big earrings today.
Do I have big earrings on?
Well, they're not like big, but bigger than you wear when you have to wear headphones.
This is true. I do feel kind of naked though. But as long as I look good.
Oh,
and don't even think of black boxing me either, Jacob. I will come and find you and I will hunt you down and I will kick your ass. I'm looking at you right now. I know you're going to.
I mean, he is now because you brought it up.
No. You guys, thank you so much for listening to us. We have just recently hit 40 countries that are listening to me and Liz. I think it's awesome. And we appreciate your support. If you got anything to say, you hit me with whatever you want. All right? We're good. We'll have a session called Ask Me Anything. Ask me whatever you want, and I'll answer it.
Just ask her anything. You can go on Instagram or YouTube.
Yep. Ask me anything. I'll tell you. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I'm good with that.
I would suggest, though, don't ask any question you don't really want to know the answer to.
Yes. Thank you, Liz. Why is that? Because I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
See? You heard it. And you know what I say about bitch? Babe in total control of herself. Just like that says. Right, Liz?
And on that
note, you guys, don't let shit get you down. You're not alone. We're all in this shit together. Pray for each other. Love each other. Peace.